Welcome to the third installment of the tutorials for MooMu Modular. Today we will be looking at the drum sequencer module. This follows on from our second tutorial, so I highly advise you to take a look at that first. Here this patch is very similar, but we have the drum sequencer module, which gives us a play area we can access on the tabs on the right-hand side. Here is our sequencer area. Right, so let's make the patch. We have our modules already placed in the patch, and the red audio cables connected the same as the second tutorial. This is our drum sequencer module. We will need to connect the clock using a blue cable. We will connect the 16th clock out to the clock input on the drum sequencer. We will connect the reset output of the clock module to the reset input of the drum sequencer. We have 8 tracks on the drum sequencer. Each one has a level output and a trigger output. We will connect the first 3 triggers to our drum sample modules. We will press run on the clock module, and we will hear our patch starting to play, like so. If we look at our tab for the drum sequencer module, we will see our play area. And this is our drum sequence we have programmed. Just like the second tutorial, this will sound much better if we have accents on our notes. For this, we will use the level out of the 3 tracks and attach them to the accent inputs on the drum sampler modules. If we look at our drum sequencer patch here, we will see all our hits have the illuminated cells lit to the top to indicate full velocity. If we adjust the level of some of these hits by dragging the illuminated hits downwards, we will notice the velocity is being used. Take your time and experiment with accents, as they are very important to the creation of a rhythm. Okay, let's return back to our patch panel. And let's stop this sequence playing by hitting the run button. What we shall do, to enable us to adjust the parameters of our patch while we are using the drum sequencer play area, we will attach our selected parameters to the top parameter area here. We have covered this in previous tutorials. We currently have the reset and the run parameters of our clock assigned, and we shall add controls for our other parameters here. As we have done before, we click the Edit button in the top right-hand corner. We select the cell we want to update. For this, we will assign our kick sample to the 3rd cell. For the 4th cell, we will assign the snare sample. We shall repeat this, assigning the 5th cell to the hat sample. We will also assign our mixer effect sends and return parameters. We will be assigning these for the snares and the hats, not the kicks. So on the next cell, we will assign send A, then send B, then for the 3rd track, send A and send B. We will assign the delay module time parameter and our delay feedback. Moving on to the reverb, we will assign the preprocessor delay parameter, the tank size, the tank decay, and the tank high-end filter. Again, press the Edit button in the top right-hand corner. This will take us out of edit mode. Now we can have a jam with this patch. If we return to the Drum Sequencer tab and press Run in the top parameter bar, we can adjust the sounds of our patch using the newly assigned controls. We can adjust the sounds of our patch. Turn up sends A and B on channel 2, our snare. And the reverb, like so. We can move about some of outer hits. We can mute channels. And we can play with our probability controls. I would recommend spending some time doing this, experimenting with different sounds, different rhythms, and the use of the probability controls. Right, now we shall look at Toolbar on the left-hand side of the Drum Sequencer play area. We have standard undo and redo controls at the top. There are many controls unique to the play area component. For each of these, if we activate the selected option on the toolbar, then we click on the track we want to select, for example. We will press on the clear tool, and we will click on the top track, being our kick drums. You will notice we have cleared the track. We can copy tracks about. If we click the copy button, then click any element within the second track. Then click paste and a cell in the sixth track. We have copied our tracks about. We can adjust the lengths of a track. We select length, then select the last divisor to play in the desired track. We can rotate our tracks. We have rotate left and rotate right. If we select rotate left, the track will be rotated by the number of the selected step. This will rotate out track to the left 5 steps. We can do rotate right too. We have the option for Euclidean beats. If we press the Euclidean button, that will give the selected number of hits evenly spread. So at the minute we have a length of 16, Euclidean 4. We'll evenly space the 4 hits across the 16. Euclidean 5 will spread 5 hits. If we were to set the length to say 8, then do a Euclidean 3, we would get 3 hits, evenly spaced over the 8 steps. The final button is random. The selected cell controls the hit probability. If we select random, then a cell at the left-hand end, you will notice we only get a couple of hits. If we select random and a cell to the right-hand side, we get far more hits. We have the ability to store up to 100 patterns. We can select or patterns with the buttons at the top left, or using control voltages within the patch. Now you have done the hard work and built this patch. Now it is time to have some fun. Using the top parameters we assigned earlier can give you a lot of control over the sounds. You can change the patterns manually, randomly, using Euclidean beats and rotation, all while using the probability functions. For more, please hit like and subscribe.